一齊跳舞啊，都好多人㗎。其實我哋都成10個人，我記得應該都有10個。冇啦，係啊。
Probably that's why I also stopped, because back then I skated with a lot of people that's from nations, but most of them they already went, like they left Macau already.
我就會有啲嬲咯，我做乜唔嚟啫？大家一齊衝啊嘛，一齊跳啊嘛，點解唔嚟咧？以前我會咁嘅，但係後尾我會了解咗。
In Macau, it's a very, very, very small circle, and we know 2 people. My occupation is, I guess I'm a designer and an artist, visual artist, I would say. Yeah, I do everything. I paint and I do street art, and I design toys.
Well, I'm a designer and an artist. I started when I left my last job, probably like around what is it, like 2014, something like that. Well, this is the alley that we have spent a lot of time here. I was in advertising in Costa Rica, so I moved to Hong Kong. Well, for the search of culture, Annie, my wife, so the half of AFK, so she's from Macau too.
We actually met through work. So we were both designers. Well, he was an art director in a company, and then I was a designer in a marketing department at the time. And then, and then we both realized that we both like to draw a lot. And then he was more competitive than me, and I was very shy about my stuff.
So it was mainly to try to go bigger and faster in every wall that we hit. Yeah, that was when I left my job. I don't want to live this corporate life, so for once in my life I just try to chase art. And then well, here I am.
I am 31 years old now, and I own a skate shop in Macau called money.There.
We have this one.
I am born and raised in Macau. Actually, start skating, it's actually 15, if I'm not wrong.
I 我叫 Astro， 我係澳門嘅 B-boy。我係04年開始跳舞嘅，跟住差唔多20年啦，下一年就係20年啦，中間走嚟走去嘅喎成日，係啊，開頭就係因為澳門有個動漫節，跟住然後有人喺上邊表演 breaking， 跟住就見到就好中意啦，但係當時就冇渠道啊，冇途徑我可以學，跟住後尾喺中學嘅時候咧，就有個同學帶咗我去有個跳舞嘅地方啦，咁嗰度就係我開始跳舞嘅地方，就係叫做廣福安嘅地方，又唔係好識啲咩，咁大家就聚埋咗一齊啦，就開始啦。
So it's like my first time ever hang out with my classmates that time in Nation. So yeah, and then they say like they're going to skate, so I just follow them. Probably that's actually my greatest decision, like hang out with them that time, because I fall in love with skateboarding. I won't say fall in love, I just really like it because the feeling of standing on the board is so free. Although you don't know what you're doing that time because it's my first time. I also wanted to create a lot of events to grab more people, get interested, or stay longer on this skateboard, this scene. Yeah, because sometimes it's really boring when you skate by yourself. And probably that's why I also stopped, because back then I skated with a lot of people that's from nations, but most of them they already went, like they left Macau already. So maybe that's also the reason why I start to drink more, skate less and stuff.
We only know 2 people that are doing. I mean, I think there's a couple more that's doing it now, but in Macau it's a very, very, very small circle, and we know each other already. It's a small space and a very small population. In the bigger city, when we were painting, let's say in Hong Kong or wherever else, a lot of the people that we're painting with kind of slowly dropped off as well. If you take that ratio and put it into a Macau ratio, it's even less, right?
你會知道呢啲人唔會陪你一直陪你噶嘛，咁大家都有自己嘅路。以前呢，我會好執着嘅，即係以前我會覺得，譬如我哋一齊，我哋呢5個人係一個 crew， 咁今日佢嚟唔到練舞呢，或者你嚟唔到練舞呢，我就會有啲嬲咯。我做乜唔嚟啫？大家一齊衝啊嘛，一齊跳啊嘛，點解唔嚟咧？以前我會咁嘅，但係後尾我會了解咗，大家都有唔同嘅生活，咁就會放翻平少少咯。咁的而且確而家以前嗰隊咧就冇乜點跳噶啦，而家大家都有自己嘅家庭啊，有自己嘅事業啊，有自己嘅鋪頭啊，係啦，咁係好正嘅。
What has changed, I think one of the major thing is parents actually willing to let their children to learn skateboarding instead of pointing fingers at us. Because I remember, even you're a kid, there's no exceptions. They will point finger and tell their kid don't learn them. Because they will expect you sort of like stay out late, making noises, destroy properties, those kind of kids.
以前就會覺得你哋都係啲讀唔到書嗰啲啊，或者係，反正你哋喺度跳舞咧，我就覺得你係爛仔啊，打交，又吐下口水，又食煙，就係做呢啲嘢嘅人啦，有個刻板印象喺度。但係而家就會，啲家長會送啲小朋友去學跳舞，而家就會變咗咁樣。
They will think it's all tied to vandalism. In Macau, I think, especially taking on projects, and then sometimes, I don't know why, but people seem to think that all street art or graffiti, what it is really basically, yeah, you put swear words on. I've had people asking, oh, please make sure that you don't put any swear words on the walls. And we're like, no, if you see our work, it's none of that. So graffiti art, street art, however way you want to classify it, it's evolved since like the first person in New York dropped their first tag.
I fell. I hurt myself a lot. But still at the end I landed it. Well, that feeling, man, it's amazing. Like, I think nothing can compare to that. I've been growing up watching a lot of skate videos, like really a lot. And I know all the greatest pro skaters, they never land their tricks first try. And this grows on me, like, you know, when you're young, you watch those skate videos, you know they never land tricks first try, but they landed it at the end. No matter how hard you slam, actually you created that slam, you know, but you still pick up yourself and pick up that wood and go for it again and continue keep hurting yourself until you land it.
咁但係我都係想導翻出一個問題，就係唔理你係做咩都好， 譬如你係一個 designer， 或者你係一個運動員啦，或者你係一個 artist， 咁你都會好勤力咁去做啲作品，你去創作，你去係咯，就係行動咯。但係就少咗行動比較多啲咯，我覺得可以加強翻呢部分咯，我覺得。咁所以而家就會更加多嘅 focus 喺下一代嘅培養上面，即係我而家可以唔跳嘅，但係我係想將呢啲精神呢啲嘢傳俾下一代。其實就係會呢個比較重要少少嘅，因為呢啲嘢都會 push 咗我去繼續去做呢件事。
I think that we have been trying to get more involved within the community to try to expand it, because before we were like, we just paint ourselves, we just do our thing, but at some point you said like, no, well, I want this to grow, I want this to reach people. What I wish that people can understand is that there's a way to learn about each other, to develop our identities or express ourselves. So it's a mechanism to get along and create.
My goal is that people will know that there are talents coming out from Macau. For street art, for graffiti, I think it would be really, really dope to like see like there's people that can represent Macau on an international level. I would like to be one of those person, of course.
I want all those new beginners, they will feel the atmosphere, they feel the skate scene, they feel like you're not alone, you got a family. Don't worry, you're not good now, it's okay. Look, come. Don't have to join, sit there, look at how we play, no worries. There's no problem. One day it'll be you. Learn the technique, meet some friends. I think that's most important. Yeah, I hope this little thing that I'm trying to do will make this seem a bit what it's supposed to be. And I know there are other teams, other people who are doing similar stuff, and I respect that too, because you can't do it all alone. We will love you, we will try to help you out, you know. We will never laugh at you're not good, you know. I think if as long as it kept this kind of positive way, maybe Macau will be a little different, because it's small. It's not like Hong Kong and China, they're big. It's easily to create groups. Macau is too small, and this scene we're just finally sort of built big. If it's possible, the more we can unite, I don't really mind any other things about benefits or whatever. All I care is this scene was still kept alive. I try so hard already, I don't want it to be ended, you know. And I think, yeah.
We're loaded, still click, and we got it going on. Better watch out, it's the rap phenomenon. We're loaded, still click, yeah, we got it going on. Better watch out, it's the rap phenomenon. Yo, I'm megalophonous, loud enough to get some attention on this. In the midst of corona, that's a virus. Cases don't go minus 22, I'm in my midlife, living through this crisis. Got no time to think, I might need another drink. Drowning in my problems, but I'm having problems, trying to let that sink. I woke up drunk in two places, that's so comical. Once was a whorehouse, last night was a hospital. I'm superficial when it comes to lyricism. I can also sound professional and take your criticism.